Chicken pot pie with buttermilk crust. That's what we're making today. Hi, welcome to Southern Glance with Gail. I'm Gail. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to make chicken pot pie with buttermilk crust. Hey, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to be notified when the next video comes out. Okay, we're going to start. We're going to go right over here to the stove. Okay, we're starting with the chicken. We're going to go ahead and cook it first. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. Just a little bit. And we're going to brown our chicken. We're going to shred it eventually. Turn our oven on to about medium. And we're also going to put in just a little bit of butter. We're going to let that cook just a little bit, get a little bit hot, and then we're going to add the chicken to it. Okay, our oil and our butter is about melted. We're going to go ahead and take our chicken breast. Now, first of all, we're going to kind of scoot that around so that everything is coated. You can kind of hear it sizzle. We're going to put our chicken breast in. Okay, and we're going to salt and pepper that. I did turn up the heat just a little bit just to kind of get it going a little bit faster. So you can go ahead and turn on your oven to 350 also. And actually, I think I'm going to turn mine up to 375 because my oven's a little bit slow. So anyway, I peppered that pretty good, and I'm going to salt it. And then we're going to just let this cook for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back. We're not going to do too much to it. We are going to cover it. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip the chicken. And before I even started doing the chicken, and this is just 3 chicken breasts, it's about 1.5 pounds of chicken. We just flipped it. We're going to cook it probably another 8 to 10 minutes. But first I want to show you something. Inside of a chicken breast, if you have a thermometer, you can stick the thermometer in, and it needs to register 165 degrees. This is registering 124 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, so it's not done. So that's one way you can tell whether it's done. The other way is just to slice it in half and look and make sure it doesn't have any pink in it. So we're going to come back after about 8 minutes. Okay, I forgot to put in the liquid for the chicken, so we're just going to put in a little bit of chicken broth, and that's going to steam it and keep it moist. Okay, while at the same time that the chicken is cooking for the 8 minutes, we're going to come over here and we're going to cook some vegetables. Okay, what I've got here is just juice from a can of green beans. I don't happen to like frozen green beans, so I just have a can of green beans. We're going to heat this up. And we're going to let the vegetables cook until they're done. So I just have a 12-ounce container of frozen green peas and carrots. And I've got about the same amount. This is 10 ounces of corn. And we're just going to put all this in here. And I'm going to put some butter in there. We're going to just let that cook while the chicken's cooking. Then while it's cooked, after it's cooked, we're going to add the green beans because they're just from a can. Okay, our chicken is done. It has reached 165 on the thermometer. Our vegetables are done. We're going to pour in our green beans just to kind of get those hot and fresh. Or not hot and fresh, but just at least hot. We're going to take our chicken off. And we're turning all the stove off. Now let's get our chicken out. We're going to go over to the counter so that we can shred our chicken. We'll meet you over there. Okay, we're back. We have our chicken cooked, we have our vegetables cooked, and now we're down to 4 and 5. 4 meaning it's going to have 4 layers in our chicken pot pie, and it does have buttermilk, and so that makes it really good. But anyway, it's 4 layers for our pot pie. And our crust is going to be of 5 ingredients. So it's 4 and 5. But first of all, we're going to shred our chicken. Okay, so here we go. We're going to just put our chicken right in here. Just dump it in. And we're going to actually put our little greasings from the chicken, our chicken stock right in this pan. So now we are ready. We're going to just shred our chicken using the blender. We're going to just put it on low. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have our chicken shredded. We're going to take this off. We have moved our mixer, and now we're ready to start assembling. We're going to get a 9 by 13 inch pan. We're going to spray it with just kind of spray, cooking spray. We don't want anything to stick. And we're going to put our chicken, our shredded chicken, in there. Now, doesn't that look so good? Now, you don't have to use a mixer to shred the chicken. That's kind of like a kitchen hack. You can use a fork method, which that's normally kind of what I do. But it just does a really nice job shredding this chicken just with the mixer. And it looks so good. Okay, so now we're going to put some liquids on it. But I want to kind of spread this around just a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to mix 2 cups. What we did was the stock that the chicken was cooking in, we took all of that and we added some juice from the vegetables to make this 2 cups. We're going to add 1 cup, or not 1 cup, 1 can of cream of chicken soup. And we're just going to stir that together. And then we're going to put that on top. Okay, there we go. And let's just stir it together. Let's get a whisk. Okay, I think that's about stirred enough. So this is 2 cups of chicken stock and about 1 cup or 1 can of cream of chicken soup. And we're going to just put this right over our chicken. Just like this. Oh, and this has such a good flavor. When we get to the crust, the buttermilk just gives it such a unique flavor. This is not like anything that you've had. You can't buy it in the store. You can't buy it in the frozen section. Okay, let's get some juices over here. Kind of separate, kind of make it so that it's all, every bit has some juices. And now the next layer, so that's 2 layers. I said there's 4 layers. So that's the chicken is first, the liquid is second. Now come our vegetables. And I did drain these after they cooked. And this is probably about 6 cups. And we're just going to spread these over. I didn't put any seasoning on the vegetables. The chicken I did the salt and pepper. But we're just going to kind of spread this out. And we're going to spread it. Okay, and now we're ready for the crust, and that's the final thing. So we're going to put this right over here to the side. We're going to get 1 cup self-rising flour. We're going to add salt and pepper to this self-rising flour. We're going to add 2/3 teaspoon salt and 1/4 teaspoon pepper. And just kind of whisk it around. We're going to put in 1 cup buttermilk. We're going to go ahead and whisk that. We're going to make sure that we get all the buttermilk out. That buttermilk, you're not going to believe the flavor of this. It's just so good. And it needs to be buttermilk. It does not need to be milk, where you put the lemon juice in to make it the buttermilk. This really needs to be the buttermilk. Okay, and we're also going to add 1 stick of butter that's melted. Let's get all that in here. And then we're going to just whisk it. And then we're going to put, that's going to be our 4th layer. Okay, so now let's just whisk it very carefully. We don't want to over whisk it, but we want to make it all combined. See, it looks really good. And my oven is ready for it. So when we put this in the oven, we're going to put it in for, everything is basically cooked. The chicken is cooked, the vegetables are cooked, and the crust is the only thing that really needs to cook. So whenever it gets to be light brown, then it's done. Okay, now all we're going to do is just put this layer right on top. And after we've gotten our crust on there, our dough, we're going to kind of spread it out so that it kind of reaches the edges, because everybody likes the crust of this. And sometimes I would add a little bit more, like if you want more dough or more crust, you might even up the recipe just a little bit. So it's getting there, and it's almost ready. Okay, so now we're going to put all that in there. It's ready for the oven. And in mine, I've got it set for 375. My oven is a little bit slow, but you can do 350, 375, and it might take 30 minutes, it might take 45, it might take an hour. It just depends on your own unique stove. We're going to slap it in the oven, time it, and just wait until it gets golden brown on the top. The chicken pot pie is now finished. It's still in the oven. Let's get it out. Turn off the oven. Oh, it's hot. And there it is. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look wonderful? It is still bubbling. So we're going to let it cool just for about 5 minutes, and then we will dish it out. We'll see. Okay, it's set just for a little bit, and now we are ready to dish it out. This is what Gary and I are going to have for our lunch today, and we're going to take some over for Mom. So we're going to go ahead, and I want you to see the crust of it. But doesn't that look so yummy? With all the little flavors of it, and it's got juices in here. The crust is the best part, I think, but look at that. Okay, so anyway, I hope in the comment section, go ahead and tell us if you make this and what you think of it. Maybe you'll have some tips for us or for me. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day. And if you like this video, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so that you can be notified when any videos come out. Thanks for watching.